In this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can make the best at this bad situation everyone's in, if you're a martial artist or if you're an MMA competitor. So stay tuned, we're going to try and give you some tips and advice on what to do so you're not just sitting at home bored. What's up, fight fans? How's it all going? Before I give you the tips and strategies and little techniques we're going to talk about today, just going to give you a quick background to my story, where I am. I'm in England, and before all this happened, as you probably, a lot of you noticed, I ain't made a video for about 2 years because I was actually saving up all my money because I was going to open up my own martial arts gym. But now this has happened, I can't open up my gym. And the reason why I ain't made videos is because I wanted to open up my gym first so I can make videos on the regular for everyone and make good videos to do with MMA, and I've got so many ideas for some wicked videos. So it could be worth subscribing, because as soon as this is all over with, I'm literally going to be opening up my gym. And I've also recently become a dad last week. Was wicked as well. Little Freddie's name is. So in the future as well, might even see some videos with him in it, which is going to be cool. Right, so back to the situation. We're all in a similar boat around the world. We're all stuck indoors, but I just wanted to make this video to make sure everyone's still training, still doing stuff. Like the days I train and the hours I train, I've made sure I've still kept training in them days, and that's what I think a lot of you lot should be trying to do as well. Do you know what I mean? When, say, the set days you're meant to train, there's no reason why you still can't train. At least try and do something. I know it's hard trying to do MMA by yourself at home, and there's only so much you can do. I mean, for example, if you're a heavy wrestler, there's not really much you could do unless you've got a sibling you could train with, or a parent, or someone you can train with within your household. Then you're pretty stuck. But obviously jiu-jitsu, you can try. There's a lot of videos out there making your own grappling dummy. I'm going to try and make one myself. I've given it a go before, but I was so bloody fussy. I was trying to get it perfect and it weren't working out. So there's your first tip. Look at videos on YouTube on how to make your own grappling dummy. Make your own grappling dummy. Reps out the grappling dummy, like your triangles, your arm bars. There's something you could do. If you ain't got materials, or you just can't manage to get a good enough one, then you can rep out, just sort of like almost doing like shadow boxing with it, repping it out. But another thing you can do really well, so you're not completely wasting your time, is watching YouTube videos on different techniques you're not too sure about. I mean, visualization is one strong way of learning. So you can watch the videos on how to do the technique and then try visualizing yourself doing it. At least you're not completely wasting your time by not doing anything. With the stand-up, with the boxing, you know what I'm going to say, shadow boxing. One of the best things you can do, rep. Sometimes the best training is the most boring training. If you're sitting there repping out jab, cross, uppercut, jab, cross, uppercut, jab, cross, and keep repping it out, you're going to get, the muscle memory is going to build up so much. You'll be more fluid with it. You'll be so much more better control, and trust me, it will just make you a better fighter. Just keep repping them out. I remember hearing a story about Mike Tyson. He used to do that. He'd get a certain technique in his head and he'd rep it. And they do say that you're meant to do a certain body movement 10,000 times, believe it or not, 10,000 times before you get it stuck in your head. And that's what you want to do. with the stand up and with your striking, because when you fight, sometimes you don't have time to think. You go into autopilot, and the only way I can explain it is if you've ever done something and you don't almost realise you're doing it, and then you sort of snap out of it and it happens. Like, for example, driving a car. I know some of you might not drive, so this might not be necessarily a good one, but when you're driving a car, when you've been driving for a certain amount of time, you don't end up thinking about it. You don't think about changing the gears. You don't really think about what you're doing. You just do it automatically. And that's what you want to be able to do when you're in the cage or in the ring. So if someone throws a punch, you know to slip, boom, with a counter, whatever counter is your preferred counter from slipping that punch. Or you know, like I said, the reps you've been doing, you know what combos you like, so you'd throw a certain combo, you see him lift a certain arm up and you could go for the body shot. So it's so important to rep them combinations out. And like I was saying earlier about with the jiu-jitsu videos, watch more YouTube videos. If you're getting stuck on combinations, look at different, there's so much content out there at the moment on the internet. Try and use it to your advantage. I know it's not the best for training, and you'd much rather be getting stuck in there, maybe doing a bit of sparring or doing some pad work. But like I said, we're all in the same boat. It's not as if there's other people who are going to be training and like with loads of other people, because they're sort of not meant to be. Maybe some of the top fighters might be, but I guarantee a lot of them have all been tested, so they've all been training together in one group and not really seeing other people. But if you're just starting out, don't feel like you're missing out and other people are getting an advantage, because they're not. This is the time for you to make your advantage by keep training. Don't give up. Keep watching YouTube videos. Keep training at home. Just making the best out of this bad situation. I've got a friend at my old gym I trained at. He's just made me a punch bag. So I'm going to hang that up so I've still got something I can punch. That's something else you could also look up. Like I said about making a grappling dummy, you can make your own punch bags. Try look that up on the internet. Give that a go. So we've covered grappling-ish with grappling dummy. Again, sorry if you're really heavily with your wrestling. Like I said, just watch YouTube videos, just get some tips and techniques. But another thing you can do is improve your fitness. And you may not have weights or anything like that, but body weight exercises I still think is one of the best for MMA. I'm going to be making loads of videos on these topics and different ways of training and different training methods, but I definitely think it's one of the best, and you can always improve. There's always room for improvement. Just doing as many press-ups as you can. If you're smashing out press-ups and press-ups are easy, move on to one-arm press-ups. If one-arm press-ups become easy, do 1 minute press-ups. What do I mean by that? Take a whole minute doing a press-up. Mate, that's a killer. That burns your arms out. So that's something you can do to improve your strength and your muscle endurance. Flexibility. Start stretching more. If you're not that flexible, stretch every day. Try and aim to do the splits. Try and aim to do the splits before all this is over. Try and stretch as much as you can. And of course, there's going out running. Set your clock for the rounds, what you're fighting, and try and run as hard as you can for them rounds. So when you come out of this, your endurance is going to be up. And I honestly truly think as well, when you get to a certain level with something like that, like a certain level of strength, certain level of flexibility, you lose it a little bit if you don't keep on top of it, but you never ever completely lose it, I don't think, especially not in your short fight career. Obviously, as you get to an old man or an old lady, you're going to lose a lot of it. But, like, for example, flexibility, if you get to the point where you could do the splits, but then you don't work on your flexibility that much when you go back to training and you're focusing on other stuff, you might not be able to do the splits again, but I guarantee you'll be able to get further than what you used to be able to. I hope that sort of makes a bit of sense, but I do truly believe that. And it's the same with your strength. If you really focus on your strength now and then when you go back to training, you're focusing on technique and sparring and other stuff, you will lose your strength to a certain extent. Say you get the strength to like 80%, you might might lose it down to 60%, but you would still be better than what you would started off as if when you started before this, you would say on 40%, for example. So again, I hope that makes sense on stuff you could be doing. So like I said, don't let all this situation get you down. There's plenty to be getting on with, and I'm pretty sure it will be over soon, and we all will be back to training. And I'm going to get my gym because I'm determined, and I'm going to be making some more videos. So if you enjoyed this, please show your support by hitting the like button and subscribing. And I also, when I get to 1,000 subscribers, I can go live with my videos. And what I'm planning to do when I go live, I want to raise some money for charity. I want to do 100 MMA rounds on a punch bag. That's 5-minute rounds. I want to do 100 of them, and I'm going to record it live on my YouTube channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll see you all soon.